This is why those card backs hurt because I don't know, man. Marvel Legends, and they've just been knocking Build-A-Figures out of the park. So like,
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. I'm John, and this is Josh, and we're taking a look here at the last fan stream from the Marvel Legends team. They've kind of been teasing a little, trickling out a couple figures. We got that AOA Gambit, we had that Fabian Cortez, and so here's kind of the full. Here's everything for you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and break down their fan stream here, the last of the year, and so we'll get into that real quick here. First up is one that we've talked about here is a Francine, right? The Electro, but she's a female. So really cool figure. Again, Josh was kind of shouting out the electricity effects, nice and big and like a lot, right? That's a good volume to kind of create that electricity. And she's double elbows, double knees. It's nice to get that update as well as pinless, So there you go. But there she is in the package. She's going to be a retro card. So no BAF on this one. It is just going to be the the retro card. That'd be fun because then I can do one of my retro reviews, right?
yeah. Well, one positive thing, it sucks that we don't get BAFs. I feel like with the retro card, but one positive thing I think is that it somewhat negates figure swapping. I think, yeah, like it's very rare. Like there's some surgeons out there that can do it, but your average collectors aren't gonna be able to swap anything, and so that's one kind of pro with the card backs, even though we don't get BAFs.
It is a deterrent. You got to be good, and it is a lot difficult, more difficult. So there you go. There is Francine. Next up, though, we got some more pictures of Spider Boy. I like this head sculpt on him, man. Kind of more of like that spider aesthetic with the, the 6 set of eyes and the fang teeth, open mouth. It looks freaky, but look at that. Look at where his hips are at, dude. This is some good articulation on the Spider Boy.
And even like I feel like with the color scheme and the gold and the eyes, I feel like it almost looks like a lucha libre mask a little bit.
Oh yeah,
okay. Kind of some lucha libre vibes from this one.
I get you. Also on the retro card there, just coming out with his backpack, 2 extra whipping hands, and the 2 alternate heads. Love when they add an additional head. I think it's a positive there. There's a picture we've seen. There's just a little more in hands with Dwight there, showing him off on the stream. Next up, though, Spider-Man Unlimited. This was kind of teased, I believe, 2 or 3 streams ago. It was definitely before PulseCon. So nice to get that Spider-Man Unlimited. But I feel like, me personally, they didn't get the colors right on this. Like, I think there's just more black and shadow play that happens in the Spider-Man Unlimited series. And they just kind of went with a blue to you can then create the shadows on your own. I don't know. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think this is a failure on the Marvel Legends team. As much as we poke fun at Todd, dude, Todd would have crushed it with this. Todd McFarlane would have
sketch edition.
Dude, my boy has all the experience. He would have made the Spider-Man Unlimited figure perfect. I think that's what we needed, and I think maybe they were scared because a lot of us collectors kind of talk trash sometimes about the sketch editions and kind of they kind of got drawback with even their own Spider-Man cell shading when they did it. I have no issues with it. I think it's cool, especially because it's not like you're not gonna get 20 different Spider-Mans. Might as well have one cell shading, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, even if they had cell shading, I feel that the red and blue choice that they did is muddy. Like the color is muddy. Whereas I think like the reason why it kind of appears darker is because of the black color play that's going on. So when you have that black, it's going to darken, the reds and the blues. But in here, they're just making it a muddy red and a muddy blue. When I feel like that's not how it is. It just appears that way because of the light play.
And honestly, like, look at the art here. Like, I would have loved a shadow on his face because that's just Spider-Man Unlimited. And they did a good job with the Daredevil cell shaded, right? Where they created that cowl shadow on him. I think they
honestly all cell shading. Like, I've loved every time they've done a cell shaded figure. I feel like it's just worked.
I agree. So, it is what it is. You get the Spider-Man Unlimited. You get the short little cape here, and yeah. That's just my personal feeling. I feel like
this is sometimes the fan community voice backfired on this one, right? Because they listened to the community, because some people were like outraged about the cell shading and stuff.
They were upset. Next up, though, continuing the retro carded Spider-Man is Marvel's Kane. This guy looks cool. Like I'm not familiar with this character, but like I like his aesthetic. I like the little cape thing that he's coming here with the orange hair and then the cool like webbing, maybe, I'm not sure. I believe he's some type of clone. But yeah, no, I think they did a good job on the color choices here.
Yeah, he is a Spider-Man clone because like the spider cane is like the red and black. We got a spider cane before, but it was like the red and black one. And he's just a Spider-Man clone. But this one, I feel like the color that they used for that blue gray webbing, like I like that it's like changing throughout on the picture and on the figure. It's a color I feel like I haven't really seen before, and I just like new things. So when I get like a new color that I've never seen on Marvel Legend, it just looks interesting, especially on that stark black. It just very nice colors,
and it works really well with the pink cape too, like the fuchsia or neon pink. I like it, man. So yeah, there is Marvel's Kane on the retro card. Next up, something that we've gotten previously from another company, an Agent Venom. Yeah, from the Marvel Legends team here on the retro card here. It's Flash Thompson. I love that we're getting a Flash Thompson head, right? They could have easily just dropped the head and just did the Agent Venom and then later released the head. But I like that we're initially getting here guns, fun, 3 sets of hands and 2 head sculpt. Like to me, that's $25 worth of a figure, excluding the BAF, right? Like I feel like they did a good job on this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really like initially because we've gotten like Agent Venom, so this is almost yeah. It's not like they're like, oh, right off the gate, give us the head sculpt. Nah, Marvel Legends how they are. This is the game, baby. They're first gonna release the Agent Venom, no head sculpt, and then now this is the second. But beyond that, it's an updated Agent Venom, right? It's not the same Agent Venom that we got, the previous Agent Venom. While I think it was one thing I did like about the previous Agent Venom is it was bigger, it was thicker, it had bulkier, more girth to it. And when it comes to Flash Thompson, that's what I want to see. I don't think this is a bad size. I just like the size of the other one better. One other big difference is that the previous release had these really cool tendrils that could hold guns, just like as we've seen with the Amazing Yamaguchi, and how he appears
the Realtek one,
and how he appears in all the comics. He's like freaking holding like 5 guns at a time because of his symbiote. And so that's one kind of, I think it's fine though, because people that have that version, then this time you get a head sculpt. So kind of you give and take which one you like. But then with this, it's just the updated body, right? We're at an age where I feel like Marvel Legends have improved so much that even though this Agent Venom maybe is only 5 years old or so, maybe 4 or 5 years old, it's still outdated just because of how much Marvel Legends have progressed. So I still think this is a great update to it. Even I would say not that old of a figure.
I agree, man. I agree. And he does come with like kind of like the blaster guns, but we all have weapons you can throw onto this Agent Venom. You'll get an actual weaponry here.
Yeah, and actually that's even the previous Agent Venom, and a lot of the times they go for the Nerf weapons.
Yeah, the blaster. Yeah, the blasters. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I think this one looks good. Personally, I like the size of him. I like the face sculpt, looks so good and clean. Again, they've been using the 3D print tech to like go onto the comic version characters as well, not just for the MCU figures. So I really do appreciate that upgrade. Next up, one I'm pretty excited for. I'm pretty excited for this one here. We're getting a retro carded the animated series Spider-Man, Marvel's Chameleon, dude. This Chameleon is like right out of the comic books. Sorry, right out of the TV show. Excuse me, right out of the animated show from the 90s. I love this Chameleon. Like he shows up pretty early on in the show, and to get that version of him with the J. Jonah Jameson mask, like skin mask, dude, this is fun.
Yeah, very cool. I think it kind of makes me think sometimes where like there's like, I was thinking about the Secret Wars figures where I was like, oh, we're just getting another Spider-Man, another Iron Man. And I was kind of like talking down on them just because they are so close to how just like the classic costumes. Yeah, but then it's like when you get your version, whether it's that comic run that you watched or the show that you watched, when you get that version of that character, it doesn't matter, man. This Chameleon, and I don't know why, but Chameleon is one of my favorite. I just love the C-list Spider-Man villains. Chameleon, Tombstone, dude. Just Alistair Smythe, just like
Hammerhead.
the weakling guys that like
Alistair Smythe.
Yeah, that's weakling. So like the guys that just appear like for a lot of episodes because they're just like henchmen. They're not like the big arc. They're just they pop in, so you have more relationship with them because they are in the show so long. Yeah, man, they knocked this one out of the park. This is the best Chameleon for me, just because of the source material, though.
I agree with you,
not because it's like the best, but just like what I was explaining. Yeah.
Yeah, you have that attachment to the property, and it's just fun to get that version of it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's good to remember that perspective, right? Because everyone watches different things, and everyone reads different things, and everyone has different entry points. So yeah, I love this community. I need this animated series Chameleon. So there you go. There. That's gonna round out the wave though for the retro carded Spider-Mans. You get the Spider-Man Unlimited, Agent Venom, Spider Boy, Chameleon, Kane, and Francine Electro. This is going to be going up for pre-order on December 12th, 2024 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Hasbro Pulse. You probably catch it on other retailers as well. But yeah, it's a 6-figure retro carded wave of Spider-Man. So it's fun. Also, we're also getting a variation on the card backs too. If you see here, there's 3 that have like more of a Spider-Verse-y feel, I want to say. And then 3 of them more like the animated series Spider-Man.
Yeah, we've seen that previously with the previous Spider-Man wave. And just looking at this, like, it sucks because like it's hard for me to get over it because you are getting head sculpts, which you don't normally get with some figures. But then like this is a 6-figure wave. We easily could have got a BAF, you know what I'm saying? It's just hard. But yeah, at least the because for sure Electro and Agent Venom, easy swap. They would have swapped them.
I do want to say this. Because I've kind of pulled back on Marvel Legends, I kind of like not getting a figure with a BAF. Because like looking at these waves here, like this whole 6-figure waves, I'm like, I only need Chameleon. And then I don't get the BAF figure, which I understand, but it also like that BAF figure doesn't rope me into other figures, right? Because if the BAF was really, really good and I pick up Chameleon, I'm probably going to pick up a few more and then, I just completed the BAF, right?
Yeah, you got it, yeah.
So I as I'm pulling away from these figures, I feel like I'm able to cherry pick better with the non-BAFed figures. So I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting perspective.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. Like you could, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It just makes it so you're not wasting all your money on figures you might not necessarily want, right? Like, because exactly. Maybe not everybody's gonna know Spider Boy or Marvel's Kane, but you want the other 4, and then might as well get Marvel's Kane and Spider Boy to complete the BAF.
You're already halfway there. Might as well just finish it out.
4 out of 6, might as well.
Yeah. So, but yeah, friends, these are fun. Pick them up if you want to. Let's keep going though. We got a Target exclusive here. We're getting a Savage Lands Professor X. I love this, dude. I've always been trying to make a custom of this one. I had the recipe, just ready to make it. I don't have to. Get a nice little pinless Charles Xavier here in his Savage Land outfit. Target exclusive though as well. So
yeah, this is phenomenal. The card back, I love the card back art on there. And I feel like this Professor X Savage Land, I feel like it's a well-known costume, so I'm glad we're finally getting this iteration of Professor X. And something I've kind of noticed, I don't know, I'm just trying to make like to help collect the community, but I feel like for some reason, and I don't know what goes into play with this, but Walmart exclusives are not selling out both Marvel Legends and Black Series. But when it comes to Target exclusives, I've been seeing for the past year they've always been selling out. You can look to Warbird, gone. The Black Widow, gone. Like you never seen it. The 501st exclusive Target exclusive 501st clone, gone. Battle Damage Darth Vader, gone. But guess what? Right now, as I speak, you can go to Walmart, and I just picked up the classic Prowler on sale for $15, which was a Walmart exclusive. Yeah, and you can get the Balin Skull for like I think $15 too. Walmart.
I think you get the Professor X in his like.
Yeah, the Warlord Professor X. I just got 2. Yeah, it was 10. It's $10 right now. So like honestly, just trying to help other collectors. If you want this figure, you have to pre-order it because I just been noticing this trend where I don't know what's going on. I think Target they're just making a lower quantity compared to the Walmart exclusive. I don't know what's going on.
That is interesting. Yeah, so pre-order the Target ones. You can sit and wait on the Walmart ones.
I mean, you never know. Sometimes the Walmart ones run out, but it's just not always.
Right. Whereas Target ones have been.
Yeah, lately they've been selling out. Yeah, like I got burned on the Battle Damage Darth Vader. Never got it. It's like a hole. I got to find it somehow. Yeah. But it's been gone for a while. Oh, I got to pay scalpel prices now for it.
Right. Aftermarket.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is great because even in the animated series, he shows up in this outfit when he's going on missions and stuff. So you can take this Professor X, throw him in your Professor X chair, and you're all set. And he comes with Cerebro, dude. All right, let's keep it going here. Pretty excited about the Professor X. You know me, I love my X-Men. But we also get in a Spider-Man 77, kind of to go in with like the Japanese Spider-Man feel, I feel like. You get in a Spider-Man 77. Look at those weird eyes. Fun little belt accessories here. So just, more Spider-Mans to get every little niche and and quirk of our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, definitely very reminiscent of that the Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think this is a Spider-Man that we needed, even though, like, even if you never even saw the show, you still know of Spider-Man 77, and you know of like that freaking the first Captain America, where he's wearing like like almost like a pajama suit, man.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. Just who doesn't want another Spider-Man for your Spider-Verse shelf? Who cares?
Exactly, and that's the nice thing about the Spider-Verse is that you can just add, and it all makes sense. So there's Spider-Man 77 with some fun web effects as well.
And I love that the logo on the bottom.
Yeah,
I love that. That's so like that's that 70s, kind of trippy out vibe that they have going in that era.
What is that? Playmation? I can't remember what it's called. Like Cineplex sort of kind of vibe. Yeah. I get what you're saying, man. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun. I think they did a good job on this one. Again, pinless. It's a fun Spider-Man. Let's keep it going here. Josh, you called this figure. As soon as we saw the Doc Ock Spider-Man 2 packaging, you're like, when we going to give me a Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man Lizard? And well, here he is.
Yeah, I don't know if I called it. I think I just wanted it. I just wanted it because you know me. I love my Amazing Spider-Man movies, man.
Yeah.
There is something about that. Honestly, it's the suit. It's gotta be. It's in the suit. Like Michael Jordan. They say it's in the shoes. For Spider-Man, it's in the suit, baby.
Those bug eyes.
Yeah. An amazing figure, and especially because it works for both. If you're a fan of Spider-Man No Way Home, perfect. But if you're like me and you love the Amazing Spider-Man films, this works for that. Because now we have this Doc Connors. Plus, Marvel Legends a long time ago when the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was actually being theatrically released, we got the blue Electro. So
that's right. Yeah.
So I have that figure. So now I technically have both Marvel Legend. We're gonna have my Amazing Spider-Man villains. I would love a Dane DeHaan Goblin, but
me too. But I don't know if they'll do that.
I don't know.
That's rough. But if we look at just the No Way Home here, we have the Green Goblin from No Way Home. We got the Doc Ock from No Way Home. We also had the Sandman from No Way Home.
Yeah.
Who's left? Electro. Jamie Foxx in the construction outfit.
Jamie Foxx in the freaking yellow Electro, and they better give us. And I know it was only for a brief moment, a translucent lightning. Yeah. They gotta give us that because that's how I want to display him. Even though he only was like a brief moment like that. That's how it's
yeah. You gotta have that Electro face. And if they don't give it to us, hopefully Can of Beams makes one for us.
Honestly, yeah, you could even put like a
rip off one of something else.
Something like I feel like somebody else has like a yellow thing. But with this figure. The paint app is great. The size is good. It looks like, and it also is nice because previously we got the Doc Connors from Diamond Select. Diamond Select actually made an Amazing Spider-Man 1 Lizard,
really,
but it was big, dude. Like it you could kind of fudge it because he's a lizard and he was pretty big, but it was big. And then I can't wait for the third-party customizers, like the sellers out there, to make a lab coat for this guy. I want to put a lab coat on him, like how he appears in the first movie.
Rebel 10 Customs, man. They'll hook you up.
It's got to be a big lab coat. Because, the problem is like, we have lab coats. Maybe you could put the Beast one on there.
Maybe the Beast. It's a little wider.
Yeah.
But maybe it might work. Yeah, fudge that in there. But it's great to see this, man. And that's kind of the beauty of No Way Home is that they actually were, pulled from the already existing Spider-Man movies. And that as collectors, we get another chance at those figures.
Not even another chance, right?
Well.
This one, actually, does Marvel Legends even get a chance to make this one?
That's true. And they're at a point now where they're doing a really good job, right? This is pinless doubles. Like, what a time to get this figure. What a time to get the Doc Ock. What a time to get that Green Goblin. I mean, and then we also got Andrew and Toby,
Yeah. And, with this multiverse saga, now that they're kind of finishing the No Way Home, it's taken like a couple years.
Yeah.
Now they're going to transition to, now we need that freaking Void team. The Void team, baby. Give me the Void team. X-23, Blade, Channing Tatum, and Old Electra. I need that next now.
No, that is a really good team. And Hot Toys did it. So the license is out there. Like people,
Legends got to do it. Legends got to do it.
We want it. Yeah, we want it. So Lizard is going to be an Amazon exclusive here, available later this month in December. So look out for that, friends. Pick this up. Come on. Got to have that Lizard. Next up, one we've talked about before here, we have Cortez and, his outfit here. We just got a little more effect pieces that he's been coming with here. So that's fun to get a full reveal. But this does start a new Build-A-Figure wave for Marvel Legends.
Thank you.
This will be the first Build-A-Figure wave for 2025. Here we have Cortez with the Age of Apocalypse Gambit, which, woof, man, I love that Gambit there. We talked about it on our weekly episode of the Collecting Brothers, our action figure podcast, and we also get an X-Force Nightcrawler. This one was kind of teased because they're like, I think Dwight or Ryan was saying like they love the X-Force version of a Nightcrawler, and I don't blame him, man. It's that new pinless Nightcrawler body in just the X-Force colors, which, dude, you can make a really good team here if you got all the gray. If you have like Wolverine, Deadpool, all the friends in the black and gray, the X-Force team, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. Like like you mentioned, so we've got an X-Force Wolverine, we've got an X-Force Deadpool, we've also gotten the X-Force Psylocke.
Oh yeah, and Phantom X.
Phantom X.
Yeah, just missing Cable.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, this Nightcrawler is awesome, and I think the X-Force, just because it's like the black, it works so well with Nightcrawler's blue skin. You know, just the pure black. Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm excited for this X-Force. I hope we get more X-Force. I'll take any X-Force.
Yeah, I think it's fun to get this Nightcrawler. Chris Wagner is my favorite X-Men of all time, so it's fun to get more versions.
Dude, and you know, I didn't even realize, like, I bought the other Nightcrawler, and I didn't even realize it was pinless. Like, it makes me like think, like it was definitely worth the purchase because I kind of was like, why did I buy this if I already have the original one? But yeah, right.
No, it's cleaner, dude. It's cleaner. You know,
it just looks so similar to the original one, though.
Yeah. It does. All right, next up here we have Acolyte, using that Monet body mold that we previously got, but just, you know, with the different skin tone and face. But she does come with a really cool effect piece. It's like a melted off skin piece, dude. I really like it. It's cool.
And, you know, like we talked about with the retro carded vintage style Spider-Man figures, we saw 2 of them come with extra heads, and now this figure coming with an extra head. I wonder if they saw like some community polls that were going around, because some community polls were going, and this was more so for Black Series, but they did like, what accessories do collectors want more of?
Right.
Is it extra weapons, extra hands, or do you want an extra head sculpt? You know, what would you rather have? And by far, dude, the head sculpt destroyed like the extra hands or extra weapons or extra accessories. Like, that's what we want. So I wonder if they saw those, maybe, because I feel like we're seeing I feel like we didn't always used to get extra heads as often as I think we're getting now.
Yeah, Nightcrawler comes with one. We have a lot with the Agent Venom. And I agree with you, man. It's just more value for it, right? I have all of these female skin tone hands. I have all the weapons I could ever ask for, effects pieces I could ask for, but a different head sculpt of that same character in that same look, that's harder to come by.
Not only that, but I feel like, just like from a customizer's sake, like I can display this figure with that melted like cyborg head, but then I could use this humanoid head, pop that freaking on a rebel body or a Jedi body or something. You know,
your Joes,
your Joes. Put it on your Joes, and you can like make new characters. That's what I think the beauty of extra head sculpt, because it's an extra head sculpt you can use wherever you want.
That's true. That is true. But there's Acolyte there. Next up, we're getting a Wolverine figure here in his black and yellow. I believe this is Ultimate Wolverine. I can't remember, but yeah,
I think so. I think you're right. So yeah, you used to read those. You used to read those comics.
Yeah,
I feel like this was on the cover. Yeah,
Ultimate X-Men was. I know a lot of people don't like the Ultimate Universe, but Gem Minty is with me on this one, man. The Ultimate Universe is a good read. Okay, it's a fun read. They focus more on like action, so it's fun and it like sustains. That's where was my initial like entry to comics, like actually like serialized comics and picking up, you know, issues and stuff, was the Ultimate Universe. That's just that's where I grew up in, and I do appreciate the Ultimate versions. But yeah, really cool Wolverine, man. Again, it's just that base Wolverine body with a new paint app.
Yeah, you can't have enough Spider-Mans, you can't have enough Wolverines, you can't have enough Iron Mans. I'll take them.
Next up, though, we're getting not X Factor, not Exiles. I can't remember what this Cyclops is, but you know, new Scott Summers with a new blast effect piece here, friends. Look at that thing. I love this blast effect, dude. Because normally we've gotten one where it's just the beam coming out at you, but here we have a beam that's like hitting something and like spreading out to create that, you know, that ruby quartz beam just firing out there, dude. I love it here. Slim here though is just kind of more in that, you know, straightforward. It looks like kind of the uncanny X-Men suit.
Yeah, the one we got with the Chod. Yeah,
the black and white, or sorry, the blue and white. But he's also using the what is that, Josh Whedon books, you know, Slim head. But I don't know. It's an interesting combination here.
What are those? It's my freaking favorite one. I can't even remember.
I know it's the one that Josh Whedon wrote with the cat beast, you know.
I think it's I can't remember. This is the X Factor Cyclops. So this is the X Factor Cyclops, but the big thing is just that beam. Oh man,
Yeah.
I need that beam. It's
Yeah.
gonna work so well with like he can be blasting like Hulk, Wolverine. You can have that's
Mm-hmm,
and it's such
mm-hmm.
a big effect. And I'm
Yeah.
glad it kind of reminds me kind of how Mythic Legions will like make something come out, but then they give you the basically the same mold, but then they'll add one thing to it, and that's just enough to make you want to buy it. I'm glad that they're not like being lazy. Like I feel like the Legends, I don't know what's gone with the Legends team, but I feel like they've turned a new leaf. I don't know.
They have,
I
dude. They
just feel
really
like
have.
they're trying their best, because they
Yeah.
are beholden to the big wigs, but I feel like they're
Right.
trying their
The
best to
board.
improve and also give value where they can, even with inflation and everything. Because I feel like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, the old Marvel Legends team would have been like, "Nah, just throw the same Cyclops effects that we've always given them." You know,
That's true. I agree with you, man. I
the
agree with you.
fact that they're doing this, I just feel like they turned a new leaf, man. They're trying to give us everything they can.
Yeah. Just a quick correction. This is X Factor Cyclops, and then the Wolverine is the Extreme Wolverine as well. So
Okay, yeah, because maybe the Ultimate was like a silver and black, right?
it was
Kind of. The
no,
problem is the art style and the lighting changes the colors like all the time.
yeah. No, it was yellow and black. You are right. It was more of an orangey yellow, but it was like the leather, right? Because the Ultimates happened after the X-Men movies came out.
Yeah,
And so like the
they had
leather
the
was
influence. Yeah, they had the
yeah,
influence.
they had the
Yeah.
leather vibe to it, and so whatever. But yeah, no, this X Force Cyclops does look good, and again, I agree with you, man. That
Or the X Factor, yeah, X Factor.
oh, excuse me, X Factor, yeah, that beam is worth it. Sorry. All right, next up, something I'm really excited for here. We're getting a Marvel X-Men Marrow. Marrow is so much fun. If you watch the second, like the 2000s X-Men series, not the 90s animated series, but the X-Men Evolutions, Marrow's
Evolution.
pretty familiar here, and she looks really good here. It kind of reminds me of Blink, where Blink kind of started the AOA wave. I'm wondering if we're going to be dipping into the X-Men Evolution stuff.
Oh my gosh, that would be a dream for me. X-Men Goth Rogue.
That
Come
rogue,
on, that rogue is one of the best rogues of
the
all
kitty.
time. Whoever designed that rogue just cooked with that rogue. And I don't know, I actually always loved that. For some reason, that high school vibe for the X-Men just worked. I feel like because they're like supposed to be, it's X-Men and they're in a school, like it's like always Charles Xavier. So when they're always kind of old and they're like Charles Xavier was like their teacher and their student, it's like it was always kind of weird. But when they were in high school, it just worked, man.
Yeah.
And this thing is beautiful, man.
I agree, man.
The bones, the gold,
the articulation,
and look at the sculpt on the bone, right? It's not just like a clean bone. It's like you have like some jaggedness to it. You have some like
crevices.
Yeah, crevices and wrinkles. And I bet if we even got closer, maybe like some dots. Yeah. Like some holes.
Yeah, some like the aeration holes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, this Marrow, this is a really, really good Marrow, man. Again, up on that, that new format here with the double elbows, pinless. I mean, look at this pose, dude.
Pinless, and also shout out, not only is it pinless, but it's even more seamless because of the bone kneecaps and how they're attached to the middle joint of the thing, it looks like. And so it's even hiding the knee joint. Like,
yeah.
And the way they did that, I don't know, and it doesn't affect articulation. Mm-hmm. That kneecap is working really well.
They did a really good job, man. All right, but yeah, big shout out to Marrow. But here is the BAF. Something that I've been asking for a while, but not the right version of him. And that's okay. We have Nemesis. Nemesis does in Age of Apocalypse become Holocaust. And so here's kind of a comparison here. This is the version I want. Translucent with that like burning, hot spots underneath him.
Yeah.
From the Age of Apocalypse. But the fact that they were like, yeah, let's do the Nemesis figure version of him. We were gonna
at least we got a rendition of the character. And honestly, like Toy Biz did a Holocaust figure.
Yes,
like a while back, they had the translucent one. It looks good. It's just the outdated hips where they have the ball joint for some reason. I don't know who thought of that, but
yeah, that's how they were doing
this. This is why those card backs hurt, because I don't know, man. Marvel Legends, you did a tier list, guys. Go check out. John did like a tier list of all the figures from 2024.
Past 2 years,
and they've just been knocking Build-A-Figures out of the park. So like,
yeah,
when I'm like excited and I'm saying, why don't you give us BAFs? It's because I know Hasbro, it just does an amazing job, because they're always 100%, well, not always 100%, but usually new, unique sculpts and just big characters that you might not always otherwise get.
And yeah, and doing that tier list, you kind of discovered here that in 2023, we had like almost 7 BAFs. And some of those were just kind of like dinky little things and here and there. But then you got into 2024 and we only had 3 BAFs from 2024.
Really? The whole year?
The whole year.
What
and
were they? Chod?
Chod. No, not Chod.
Oh, that's older.
Zabu.
Oh, Zabu. What's that? The Void? The Void?
The Void and Blackheart.
That's it?
That was it in 2024. Everything else was retro carded, Into the Spider-Verse. That was it, man. And
really?
those figures
it didn't
are
feel like
so
that.
good.
Didn't feel like that. Holy crap.
Yeah, those were the only BAFs in 2024. But like you look at the Void, like the Void's incredible. Blackheart is big, bulky, beautifully sculpted. And Zabu was a great animal addition, you know?
And it's big, actually. I just got one of the body. The body is huge. Like I was
That's
for some reason I saw it was like I thought it was smaller, but actually it's pretty good size.
And that's what we want. And so like this being their kind of their kickoff, man, a Nemesis, like you know me, I love my X-Men. And this is just more reason to get this wave.
And one good thing, I just absolutely love the way that the translucent fire and the skull looks through the visor. Like the way it looks through the visor. I think it's like because of the almost trapezoid effect on the shield, the visor, it's actually making the front of the skull go further out because the reflection, and the sides are like a deeper orange. So because of the clear plastic visor, it's adding more even depth just through the light play on the skull.
And that's what Holocaust is, right? Or Nemesis is, right? Like look how deep that skull version of him is, because it's just like red hot, like just cooking, right? He has those hot spots. And I think they did a really good job at creating that shadow play within that. But then when you pop it off, it's a skull, right? It's a white skull. I think the caramelization that happened was great. So, we'll see, man. If they do less Build-A-Figures each year, but they're like this level, like Void, Blackheart, I'm okay with that.
No, don't
want more? Want more?
Don't tell Hasbro that, because then they're gonna do it. Don't tell them that.
Don't get complacent, friends. Let's more of this, right? More of this.
More of this.
But yeah, and that little bendy wire, or not bendy wire, but that bendy tube is so cool too. Just kind of light that up really easy there. But yeah, so this will be available later in 2025. So I'm not sure if that's like mid-year or if that's like end of year or that's like later in 2025. So like later from now, so it's like the first of the 2025. I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming that one, but
no, if it would be like December 25, it would say late 2025. So I think later in 2025 it probably since they're revealing it now, I would assume it's going to come pretty closer to spring 2025.
Yeah. And they also do come in the new rectangular.
Oh my gosh, I cannot express my gratitude for those new boxes. And the fact that they love that it's went all lines, like the G.I. Joe adopted Black Series stuff in Marvel Legends bucket. Man, it makes life so much easier for me, and also I think for them too. Like if they're shipping from Hasbro Pulse, it's just easier because it's just way better.
It's nicer. It's not as awkward. It's just hack it nice.
Please, and I can stack them. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the teases here. First tease here was this little staff with a bird, eagle, some type of winged animal on top of it. Yeah, any guesses, Josh? These are always hard.
They're hard. What do the internet sleuths say?
Adam Warlock.
Oh, that is sick. Oh, I love me some Adam Warlock. Even though we've gotten comic book version 1 before.
Yeah, that's
true. We need to update. Like I said, I think what's crazy, we're at a point where I don't care now if they give us characters that they give us 3 or 4 years ago. The pinless body alone makes me want to buy every single character I previously purchased.
Yeah, it's a good enough update, It is a good enough update. So there's 2 different versions here. Again, that staff is pretty iconic to Adam Warlock. So we'll see what they do. I do kind of like this black with the like red arms and legs, but I do like the more like classic.
Yeah, I say either one. Either one I think looks great. Both costumes. Yeah.
We'll see what they actually go with here on that staff. Next up, we got some spider webs. So I know some more Spider-Man figures. I'm always down for more Spider-Man figures. The internet was saying Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, is that the Drake Bell Ultimate Spider-Man? Or like the thicker webs? Or are we getting like Ultimate Universe Spider-Man? I don't know. Or there's even Ultimate Spider-Man the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. So that checks out. That the webbing kind of looks like that because it's not as crazy as a McFarlane Spider-Man, but it's still got the the wrapping around it. I don't know what they'll do, but I mean the Spider-Man's basic enough. Like I feel like it's not like that variation from most Spider-Mans. Yeah. It's the red, white, and blue. It's the red, white.
Yeah, for sure. The last one they shared here was this like angular effect piece, black. I'm not sure what this is, and there wasn't really a consensus online of what this is, and so we'll see what it is. We'll see.
What did you see though? Like, what did they even say? What were people saying?
I saw someone say Cloak and Dagger. I don't know.
I can see it, but I can also see how that's a reach. I don't know.
Exactly, and so like I didn't really find anything like that was like, oh, that's it, because it was just a lot of randomness, and so I don't want to. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes they make them really hard where people can't even get them. Sometimes they're really hard. Yeah,
especially like throwing an effects piece. That's hard.
What
All
the
right,
heck? I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard. Yeah. The last thing they did though is they announced their picks. Their pick of the year. Their picks of the year. They choose their favorite comic version, their favorite multi-pack, their favorite entertainment. So I'm assuming like MCU, and then their deluxe figure, and then a wild card. Here was Dan Ewan's picks. He did the Spider-Man Secret Wars as a comic, the Daredevil Hydra Man. I love that pack. Multi-pack, the Carnage, right? Because he's big and bold. The Ghost Rider Deluxe, that was really cool. And then the Green Goblin helmet as the wild card. That was pretty fun. Dwight's picks was Odin as the comic version, which was all new sculpt, which was really cool. The Punisher and Bushwhacker, which makes me feel uncomfortable anytime I look at him and his arm. Multi-pack, we also got the Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine for the MCU. The Jean Grey Phoenix, which is, man, that is an insane figure. And the wild card, I think it's just more of his favorite, just that She-Hulk. Dude, that She-Hulk, again, we talked about it previously, but it was a nice, solid pick. And then finally, we have Ryan's picks. We have the Warboard from the comic, the Hank Pym, Giant Man, Janet Van Dyne, right? That was good.
What the heck, Hasbro Pulse? Can they release that figure? It's so dumb. Sorry, we need to talk about this because what's so dumb about that 2-pack? So that 2-pack, that Hank Pym, Giant Man, and Wasp 2-pack was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive.
Yes. And
it sold out, and right now on eBay it goes for like $150, $200. But what's so dumb is they at least should have made the amount of Haslabs that were made, or more so, because it's crazy that they made that pack in so little quantity, knowing that everybody who got a Haslab probably wants that pack because you want that Giant Man.
Exactly, to go with that Wasp, yeah.
I don't even know why they did that in such a limited release, man. It's so dumb. Okay, keep going. Ryan, freaking re-release that pack.
Next up, Miles G. Morales from the movie properties here. Death's Head, might have an affinity to Death's Head Deluxe here. And the wild card were the video game Sentinels, which are fun. So, but yeah, no, nice little spread here from all the friends over at the Marvel Legends team, Dwight, Ryan, and
I go with the second guy.
You like Dwight's picks?
Yeah, Dwight.
I think he's pretty good.
He knows what he's talking about.
But yeah, no, just kind of a nice little retrospective on this year in Marvel Legends. Just some fun things to do there. But that will go ahead and wrap up the fan stream that we had from Marvel Legends. Josh, if you had to pick one from this little stream here, what would you pick as your favorite? Which one's your must get, right?
I'm gonna cheat and say the BAF, because that means the must get is the whole way.
All right.
the Holocaust BAF.
Yeah, the Holocaust Nemesis Build-A-Figure, that is, oh dude, it does look good. I love just like how a little bit of realism into the details that they were put in. It's not just smooth, I did enjoy that there. All right, well then I'm gonna have to give it to the No Way Home Lizard. I have the Doc Ock. I want to finish out that team there to get those live action versions of him. Once I'm done it. Then I don't need any more. I just need Electro, and then I'm good.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though too? Also, I feel like I haven't really seen that Green Goblin Marvel Legend at all.
I think he went on sale.
Did he?
A month ago? Just for like $5 off or something like that. Something.
Oh,
simple.
Okay, so it's still out there. Okay, so I still have time because I haven't picked that one up yet, and I'm wondering if it's gone or not.
No, it's still out there.
Okay.
All right, friends. Well, let us know down below your pick from this fan stream. As always, friends, thank you for your support. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our video for more content. And as always, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.